Well, you can read the article ahead of time via thesmartspeakers.com/links and also voices.soundhound.com. Hello, I'm Peter Stewart. Thanks for listening to today's episode of The Smart Speakers Daily. Yeah, so we're looking at onboard voice experiences inside cars. And Karen's come up with 4 lessons from top automakers that we're going to be looking at over the next 4 days, just ahead of Flash Briefing Friday. And we're going to be starting off with begin with a better voice user interface. She says the cars themselves must provide a level of connectivity that allows users to move seamlessly from home to car to office and back to the car. And this is really important, isn't it? As long as you've got an integrated system that works in all those 3 places, and arguably with your phone as well, then that makes it really easy. You don't want to have different controls for different things, speaking in a different way, having different attributes, different voices coming back at you, explaining different things. Some things you're able to do on one gadget and other things you're not able to do on it, for example. That would be really awkward as a human being, trying to remember the different formats for requests and recognizing the different things and the permutations and limitations that you can get out of the different gadgets under your control. I use control obviously in this that kind of situation with rabbit ears around them, and obviously that requires a combination of cloud connectivity and state-of-the-art voice AI that allows for this to happen, so everything can be connected with that one system in 3, 4 or more different places. And also conversational interactions, as I say, that don't mean that you've got to learn different commands for different contexts. And there's a growing number of voice user interface solutions that we know. Certainly Soundhound or Houndify has to be said. I'm a bit confused about under what situations they use those different names. But they have an ability, a facility, technology to ask complex and compound questions of their tech, which creates that kind of conversation and also eliminates the need to repeat information between queries. So you can ask for a restaurant and then you don't actually have to use the name of a restaurant or to say the word restaurant again in your second iteration of a follow-up request about the kind of restaurant it is, or one that's got parking outside or serves, as it would be for me if you're going to be taking me out for a meal, gluten-free. And to deliver those results accurately, that they've also got to be able to operate, as you might imagine, in a car situation with road noise, passenger noise, other people chattering, other things going on inside the car. It could just be kind of white noise of the road, or it could be the different kind of white noise of an air conditioning unit going on as well. And also your voice assistant's got to be advanced enough to adjust for a language, and different languages, not just English, but perhaps accented English as well. So multilingual voice assistants. And that's, as we've talked about in these episodes before, not just direct translations from English to another language, but localization. And when I talk about localization, I'm talking about culturally acceptable language translations and so on, including differing rules of grammar, not just a direct kind of basic translation of one language to another. Okay, so there we go. That's today's episode. Begin with a better voice user interface. Tomorrow, we'll be back with the smart home connection. We kind of touched on it today. More about that tomorrow. As I say, if you want to read ahead of time, thesmartspeakers.com/links. And don't forget to check out my other podcasts, the 28-day Flash Briefing, but also Get a Better Broadcast Podcast and Video Voice. If you use a microphone at work or at home, check that out for all sorts of ideas about how you can improve your speaking voice. From London, I'm Peter Stewart.
Part of the Briefcast.fm network.